Beloved, you may sense a quiet prompting within you to slow your words, to listen more deeply, and to wait before you answer. Honor that gentle movement. Sometimes silence becomes the doorway that lets another heart feel safe enough to reveal what it has been struggling to say. In that stillness, truth can rise without force. My child, never forget that trust is formed where judgment does not stand in the way. If something surprising is spoken, meet it with compassion instead of sudden reaction, because understanding will open far more than pressure ever could. Your calm presence will become a sign of safety, and safety gives honesty room to breathe. This will matter more than having the perfect words prepared. Beloved one, this season is shaping both hearts, not only through what is said, but through how gently it is received. Growth does not always arrive comfortably, yet it always carries purpose when it is guided with patience. What may feel tender now can become a place of deeper connection if it is handled with grace instead of fear. Let this moment strengthen what matters rather than weaken it. My child, you are not being asked to fix every detail or carry every answer. You are being asked to remain present. Presence allows wisdom to move naturally, without forcing, without striving, without needing to rush ahead. When you stay steady inside, what is needed will begin to appear with less effort. What seems confusing now will become clearer when approached with a quiet spirit. Beloved, release the urge to direct every outcome. Control tightens fear, but trust softens it. When you allow what is hidden to reveal itself in the right time, clarity will come without struggle. You will know how to respond when the moment comes, not because you controlled it, but because you remained aligned, my child. Unseen help is surrounding this situation even now. Paths are being adjusted quietly. Outcomes are being softened gently. You are not meant to bear this weight alone, only to stay open as guidance flows. You are not late, and you are not out of place. You are exactly where grace has positioned you. No emojis, no headings, and consciously avoiding word pattern looping. This is written to keep viewers emotionally invested and listening longer. Here is the next continuation. My beloved child, there is a quiet unfolding taking place beneath the surface of ordinary moments. And those who remain attentive sense it before anything becomes visible. You are being guided to notice shifts without attaching fear, to recognize changes without rushing interpret. Awareness is your greatest ally now, because it allows understanding to arrive gently instead of through shock. What comes next will make more sense when met with calm presence rather than anticipation. Precious one, you may feel an interpol to be more observant in small interactions, to notice timing, expressions, and pauses that previously passed unnoticed. These details carry meaning, not as warnings, but as signals of growth and transition. When you approach them with patience, insight forms naturally. There is no need to confront or correct prematurely. Observation itself is preparation. My child, emotional steadiness will matter more than words in the coming days. When situations involve love, protection, and responsibility, the way you hold yourself shapes outcomes. Calm energy communicates safety. Safety invites openness. Openness allows clarity. This sequence unfolds effortlessly when you resist the urge to rush ahead. Beloved one, remember that guidance does not demand perfection. It asks for sincerity, presence, and willingness to listen. You do not need to have every answer ready. You need only to remain available, attentive, and grounded. When understanding is required, it will rise naturally through awareness rather than force. My child, trust that your role is not to prevent every challenge, but to guide through them with wisdom. Growth often appears disguised as uncertainty. When met with patience, it strengthens connection instead of creating distance. What unfolds now carries the potential to deepen trust when handled gently. Beloved, there may be moments where silence feels more appropriate than explanation. Allow that silence to exist without discomfort. Stillness often gives others the space to express what they struggle to articulate. Your willingness to listen without interruption will open doors that questioning never could. My child, let go of the belief that preparation means tension. True readiness feels calm, alert, and flexible. It does not cling to expectations or rehearse outcomes. It adapts gracefully as understanding emerges. This flexibility will serve you well as circumstances reveal themselves gradually. Beloved one, unseen support continues to move quietly around this situation, easing paths and softening edges before they appear. You are not navigating this alone. Guidance flows where awareness remains open. Trust that each step will present itself clearly when needed. My child, remain grounded in the present rather than projecting into possibilities. The present moment holds everything required for clarity. When attention stays here, confusion fades and understanding strengthens naturally. Nothing essential will be missed when awareness remains steady. Beloved, stay connected to this message, because clarity continues to unfold through presence. Those who remain attentive often discover that what once felt heavy becomes manageable, and what felt unclear becomes understandable. You are being prepared for comma awareness, and that preparation will serve you well. I'm continuing smoothly, keeping language fresh, long form, and emotionally gripping. With no recycled phrasing patterns, here is the next seamless continuation. My beloved child, understand that moments like this arrived not to unsettle the heart, but to awaken disc. Awareness now is like light entering a dim room, not blinding, not harsh, but revealing what was already present, yet unnoticed. When clarity arrives this way, it empowers rather than overwhelms. You are being invited to stand steady, grounded in trust rather than pulled by uncertainty. Precious one, there is value in slowing your internal rhythm during the days ahead. When the mind races, it misses nuance. When the heart remains calm, perception sharpens naturally. You will sense when attention is needed without being told, when listening matters more than speaking, when patience opens pathways that urgency would block. This inner guidance is reliable when allowed space. My child, situations involving those we love often stir protective instincts. Greater strength than protection driven by fear, your steadiness becomes reassurance. Your composure becomes guidance. Without effort, you create an atmosphere where honesty feels safe and understanding becomes possible. This environment will matter more than any advice offered. My child, my beloved, listen closely and do not rush past these words, because this message did not reach you by accident. And the moment you are reading this is already part of what has been set in motion. There is a reason your heart felt unsettled, a reason your spirit paused instead of scrolling away, a reason your attention was pulled here as if gently. I am Archangel Michael, and I speak now with urgency wrapped in love, not to frighten you, but to prepare you. Time is narrowing, and what concerns your daughter cannot wait for another hour of distraction or doubt. My beloved child, you have been strong for many people. Yet there are moments when strength quietly trembles beneath the surface, especially when it involves someone you would protect with your own breath. What is approaching is not random, and it is not a punishment. It is a turning point that requires awareness, clarity, and readiness of heart. You may feel confused about why this warning comes now. But understand this: delays for mercy and timing is protection. My child, my beloved, I see what you do not yet see, and I hear what has not yet been spoken aloud. This coming moment carries weight beyond an ordinary day. Conversations, events, or realizations will unfold in a way that changes perspective. Something that seems small will reveal. Something overlooked will demand attention. Your role is not fear, but presence. Your awareness will become a shield. Beloved one, you may ask within yourself whether this is truly meant for you, whether such messages could apply to many. Let that doubt pass quietly. This message was a line specifically for your eyes, because your response matters. Preparation now prevents regret later. Readiness opens doors that panic would close. You are not being asked to control everything, only to stay awake to what matters. My child, my beloved, pause for a moment and breathe before continuing. If these words resonate even slightly, do not walk away. Stay with this message until the end, because each moment you remain connected strengthens your discernment. Those who listen fully often discover that answers arrive before questions finish forming. If you feel guided, stay subscribed to this space of clarity, where truth is revealed gently, not forced. Beloved child, your daughter's path is unfolding quickly, and not all influences around her speak clearly. Some energies appear harmless while carrying confusion beneath the surface. This does not mean danger must occur, only that understanding must arrive in time. Guidance now brings alignment. Awareness creates protection without confrontation. My beloved, you may notice subtle shifts in her mood, her silence, or her curiosity. These are not mistakes, they are signals. Your role is not interrogation, but connection. A listening heart will hear more than questioning words ever could. When you choose presence over assumption, wisdom flows naturally, my child, my beloved. There are moments when destiny whispers instead of shouting. This is one of those moments. The whisper arrives before the turning, giving you space to choose calm over chaos. What unfolds soon will test awareness, not love. Your response will shape how smoothly the path continues. Beloved one, do not replay old fears or past stories in your mind. This situation is new, and it carries its own outcome. You are being prepared because preparation transforms outcomes. When the heart is steady, guidance becomes visible. When the mind is quiet, intuition speaks clearly. My child, my beloved, trust that you are not alone in this. Assistance around you, even when unseen. Protection is already moving ahead of events. What you must do now is remain attentive, patient, and grounded. Everything you need will become clear at the right moment. My beloved, stay with me. The next part will reveal what kind of preparation truly matters, what actions bring peace instead of pressure, and how your calm awareness becomes the key that changes everything. My precious child, allow these words to settle gently rather than racing through them, because what is being revealed unfolds layer by layer. Not all at once. Preparation does not mean bracing for harm. It means aligning awareness with wisdom so nothing catches you unguarded. The coming moment involves understanding, not confrontation. Clarity rather than conflict. What seems ordinary on the surface will quietly test attentiveness. And those who notice early remain steady while others scramble later. Beloved one, there is a difference between protection and control, and you are being guided toward the first, not the second. You do not need to tighten your grip or speak with urgency. Your calm presence will speak louder than warnings ever could. When your daughter senses steadiness instead of anxiety, she will open naturally, revealing what words alone cannot extract. This is why patience matters more than pressure right now. My child, what unfolds soon may arrive through conversation, observation, or a subtle realization rather than dramatic events. It may appear small at first, yet its meaning carries weight. You are being positioned to recognize significance without panic. Awareness will help you guide without forcing direction, and wisdom will help you listen without interruption. This balance is the key many overlook. Beloved heart, do not underestimate the power of timing. Being prepared does not require knowing every detail in advance. It requires being present when truth appears. The approaching time brings an opening, not a closure. An opportunity to understand something that has been forming quietly. If you remain attentive, nothing will escalate beyond what can be handled with grace. My child, remember this deeply. Fear clouds perception, but calm sharpens insight. Whatever arises will respond to your emotional posture. If you made it with steadiness, solutions appear naturally. If you react from worry, confusion multiplies. This message reaches you early so your interstate can be aligned before that moment arrives. Beloved one, there are unseen supports working alongside you. Guidance is already positioned ahead of events, smoothing paths you cannot yet observe. You are not being tested. You are being trusted. Trusted to remain grounded. Trusted to respond wisely. Trusted to hold space rather than judgment. This trust itself is protection. My child, moments like these often shape relationships more than events themselves. How you show up will leave an imprint long after details fade. Choose calm listening over assumptions. Choose connection over conclusions. These choices will matter more than a single conversation. Beloved one, remain grounded as the days move forward. Let these words settle rather than rush through them. Awareness grows quietly, preparing you without noise. When the moment arrives, you will recognize it without confusion. My child, stay present with this message because what follows will continue guiding you gently. Those who remain attentive often find that what once felt uncertain becomes clear without force. Everything you need will arrive at the right moment, and you will know exactly how to respond. I've got you. I'll keep moving forward in the same energy with long flowing paragraphs, no emojis, no headings, no line breaks, and I'll deliberately vary language so it does not feel recycled or mechanical. This is written to hold attention slowly and deeply. Here is the continuation. My cherished child, as these moments progress, understand that insight does not always arrive with noise or urgency. Sometimes it enters quietly, settling into awareness before the mind fully understands its shape. You are being guided toward attentiveness rather than alarm, toward perception rather than prediction. What approaches does not demand fear, only steadiness, and your ability to remain composed will shape how smoothly everything unfolds. Beloved soul, there is a sacred difference between reacting and responding, and you are being prepared for the latter. Reaction is fast and unsettled, while response is calm and deliberate. When you pause before engaging, wisdom has room to emerge. This pause will serve you well, especially when emotions attempt to rush decisions that require patience. My child, you may notice that your intuition feels sharper than usual, as if small details stand out more clearly. This is not coincidence. Awareness heightens before meaningful moments, allowing clarity to surface ahead of time. Trust this sensitivity. It has been refined through experience and guided by unseen hands that seek your peace, not your distress. Beloved one, the connection you share with your daughter is deeper than spoken language. Energy, presence, and emotional safety communicate far more than explanations. When she feels seen rather than questioned, understood rather than examined, openness will arise naturally. This is how truth finds space to breathe. My child, allow yourself to release the need to anticipate outcomes. Anticipation burdens the mind, while presence frees it. What is meant to be revealed will do so clearly, without requiring force or pressure. When clarity arrives, you will recognize it immediately, not through shock, but true calm recognition. Beloved, this moment is also an invitation to mark the timing of unfolding events. Nothing is late. Nothing has been missed. Everything aligns precisely when awareness is ready to receive it. Your readiness is being shaped now, gently and deliberately, without disruption. My child, remember that guidance often arrives through stillness rather than instruction. When you create space internally, answers rise naturally. There is no need to rehearse conversations or imagine scenarios. When the moment comes, the right words or silence will present themselves effortlessly. Beloved one, what matters most in the coming days is your emotional posture. Grounded presence will soften any tension before it forms. Calm listening will dissolve uncertainty before it grows. Your steadiness becomes a quiet anchor for everyone around you. My child, even if something unexpected surfaces, it will not overwhelm you. You have been prepared without realizing it. Strength has been quietly formed within you through patience, discernment, and loving care. These are not small qualities. They are the very gifts that will help you move forward with wisdom, step by step, without losing yourself in fear. Beloved, stay aware, but do not allow awareness to turn into heaviness. You do not have to carry anxiety in order to be prepared. True attentiveness is calm. It watches with balance, listens with softness, and trusts that what needs to be known will become clear at the right time. Trust that there is support surrounding this situation, gently guiding what is unfolding toward peace instead of conflict. My child, remain close to this message, because clarity will continue to open as you stay present. What once felt too heavy can become manageable, and what once seemed confusing can begin to make sense when your heart is steady. Everything is being arranged to lead you toward wisdom, not fear. My beloved child, there is something important for you to understand in this moment, something many fail to see when a sensitive season begins to approach. Readiness does not always arrive with noise, and wisdom does not need urgency to prove that it is real. True guidance settles gently within you. It gives your spirit room to breathe while quietly sharpening your awareness. That is why your attention was drawn here before anything fully unfolded. You were given time, not panic, because time allows your composure to rise and your heart to become ready. Precious one, the coming conversation, realization, or moment of understanding will not require dramatic action from you. It will require maturity of spirit. When someone we love deeply is involved, emotion often moves faster than clarity. But you are being guided to slow down and let understanding complete itself before you respond. This restraint will protect the connection rather than place pressure upon it. My child, observe without suspicion. Notice what appears without rushing to attach meaning too quickly. Let curiosity walk beside calm, because together they create insight that fear could never offer. Assumption can cloud what you see, but gentle attentiveness makes your vision clearer. What becomes visible soon will reveal its meaning in its own time when you give it enough space. Nothing has to be forced into an explanation before it is ready. Beloved, you may feel an internal nudge to slow conversations, listen longer than usual, or how to pause before replying. Follow that instinct. Silence can be a powerful bridge, allowing others to feel safe enough to share what words hesitate to express. In that space, truth often surfaces softly. My child, remember that trust grows when judgment is absent. If something unexpected emerges, it will respond better to understanding than reaction. Your steadiness will signal safety, and safety invites honesty. This dynamic will matter more than any prepared response. Beloved one, this phase carries growth for both of you. Growth is not always comfortable, yet it is purposeful. When guided with patience, it strengthens bonds instead of weakening them. What unfolds now can deepen understanding if met with grace. My child, you are not being asked to solve everything. You are being asked to stay present. Presence allows guidance to move through effortlessly. When you remain grounded, solutions appear without strain. What feels unclear now will become simple when approached calmly. Beloved one, unseen support continues to guide this process with precision and care. Nothing is unfolding randomly. Each step aligns with readiness, not fear. When readiness exists, outcomes settle smoothly rather than forcefully. My child, continue to stay attentive without becoming consumed. Awareness does not require tension. It requires openness. When openness remains, clarity finds you exactly when needed, not before, not after. Beloved, remain with this message because understanding continues to deepen through attention. What once felt uncertain will soon feel manageable, and you will move forward knowing you met the moment with wisdom rather than worry. My beloved child, there are moments when understanding matures quietly. Play almost unnoticed until suddenly everything makes sense without effort. You are approaching such a moment now. Nothing dramatic needs to occur for realization to take place. Often truth reveals itself through consistency rather than shock, through presence rather than interruption. Staying emotionally available will allow recognition to arise naturally. Precious one, there is strength in remaining open without becoming reactive. When you allow situations to breathe, they unfold with honesty instead of resistance. Your willingness to stay grounded sends an unspoken signal of safety. That safety encourages openness, and openness invites clarity. This process cannot be rushed, only supported through patience. My child, the coming awareness may arrive in fragments rather than a single revelation. Pieces will connect gradually, forming understanding over time. Trust this progression. Fragmented insight eventually creates a complete picture when observed without forcing conclusions. Let meaning assemble itself naturally. Beloved one, emotional maturity often shows itself through restraint rather than action. Knowing when not to speak is as powerful as knowing when to respond. In the days ahead, silence may carry guidance where words would complicate. Allow that silence to exist without discomfort. My child, relationships deepen when space is honored rather than invaded. By allowing room for expression without expectation, you create conditions where authenticity emerges willing. This environment cannot be manufactured. It grows through consistency, calm, and care. Beloved, remember that readiness does not demand vigilance every moment. It asks for awareness without exhaustion. You do not need to watch constantly. You only need to remain receptive. Receptivity keeps perception clear while allowing life to move naturally. My child, trust that your internal compass will guide you accurately when attention is required. You will sense it clearly, not through anxiety, but through a quiet certainty. That certainly arrives only when the mind is not crowded by anticipation. Beloved one, unseen coordination continues to work gently within this unfolding. Outcomes are being shaped through balance, not force, smoothly rather than sharply. My child, allow yourself to move through the coming days without carrying unnecessary weight. You are not responsible for controlling outcomes. You are responsible for remaining present. Presence allows wisdom to guide action effortlessly. My beloved child, there is a quiet alignment happening now. Something settling into place that you do not need to chase or manage. Alignment happens when awareness meets patience, when attention rests without strain. You are being guided into this state because it allows truth to surface gently without resistance. When the heart is relaxed, perception becomes accurate, and understanding arrives without confusion. Precious one, you may notice that your reactions feel slower, more thoughtful, less driven by impulse. This is not hesitation. It is wisdom forming. Slowness in response creates space for insight. It allows you to sense what truly matters before engaging. This pacing will serve you well as circumstances unfold, offering clarity instead of overwhelm. My child, it is important to recognize that growth often appears as subtle adjustment rather than dramatic change. Shifts in perspective, changes in tone, quiet realizations all signal movement forward. These changes do not need to be announced. They only need to be noticed. When you notice without judgment, understanding deepens naturally. Beloved one, there is power in consistency. Showing up with steadiness day after day builds trust without effort. Trust is not demanded. It forms quietly when others feel emotionally safe. Your calm availability creates that safety more effectively than explanations ever could. My child, allow moments to unfold fully before assigning meaning. Premature conclusions often distort reality. When you give situations time, they reveal their true nature. Patience protects clarity. It keeps perception clean and prevents unnecessary conflict. Beloved, this phase invites you to hold curiosity without urgency. Curiosity keeps awareness open. urgency narrows it. By choosing curiosity completely rather than in fragments, this choice will guide you toward wise action when action becomes necessary. My child, remain attentive to your inner signals. They will guide you gently without alarm. Guidance rarely arrives through pressure and arrives through calm recognition. When something requires attention, you will feel it clearly without doubt or fear. Beloved one, unseen support continues to move alongside this process, smoothing edges and lining timing. Nothing is being rushed. Nothing is being withheld. Everything unfolds according to readiness, not force. My child, release the need to anticipate every outcome. Anticipation clouds presence. Presence reveals truth. When you remain present, you meet each moment equipped with exactly what is needed. Beloved, continue holding the state of awareness. What once felt uncertain will soon feel navigable. You will move forward grounded, informed, and steady, guided by wisdom rather than worry. My beloved child, there is a gentle unfolding ahead that rewards steadiness rather than speed. When attention stays rooted in the present, understanding grows quietly, like something taking shape beneath still water. You are not required to anticipate the full picture now. What matters is remaining open, receptive, and grounded as moments reveal their meaning naturally. Awareness held with ease becomes insight without effort. My child, remain attentive to your inner signals. They will guide you gently without alarm. Guidance rarely arrives through pressure. It arrives through calm recognition. When something requires attention, you will feel it clearly without doubt or fear. Beloved one, unseen support continues to move alongside this process, smoothing edges and lining timing. Nothing is being rushed. Nothing is being withheld. Everything unfolds according to readiness, not force. My child, release the need to anticipate every outcome. Anticipation clouds presence. Presence reveals truth. When you remain present, you meet each moment equipped with exactly what is needed. Beloved, continue holding the state of awareness. What once felt uncertain will soon feel navigable. You will move forward grounded, informed, and steady, guided by wisdom rather than worry. My beloved child, there is a gentle unfolding ahead that rewards steadiness rather than speed. When attention stays rooted in the present, understanding grows quietly, like something taking shape beneath still water. You are not required to anticipate the full picture now. What matters is remaining open, receptive, and grounded as moments reveal their meaning naturally. Awareness held with ease becomes insight without effort. Precious one, you may sense a shift in how you listen, noticing more than words alone. Expressions, timing, and emotional undercurrents will speak clearly when you allow them space. This sensitivity is not accidental. It is the result of inner alignment forming gradually, preparing you to perceive without distortion. Trust this refinement. It will guide you accurately. My child, restraint is often misunderstood, yet it carries immense strength. Choosing when to pause instead of react preserves clarity. Choosing when to wait instead of respond allows truth to surface fully. In the days ahead, this restraint will protect understanding and prevent unnecessary tension. Nothing important will be lost through patience. Beloved one, relationships deepen when presence replaces assumption. When you remain emotionally available without pressing for answers, trust grows organically. That trust creates an environment where honesty emerges willingly. This process cannot be forced. It unfolds when calm consistency replaces urgency. My child, there is no need to rehearse conversations or prepare explanations in advance. Preparedness now is internal, not verbal. When alignment is present, responses arise naturally, shaped by wisdom rather than worry. What needs to be said will arrive at the right moment, without strain. Beloved, subtle realizations often arrive through reflection rather than confrontation. Allow yourself moments of quiet observation. In stillness, patterns become visible. When patterns are seen clearly, direction becomes obvious without effort. This clarity is already forming. My child, trust that discernment sharpens when you remain unattached to outcomes. Attachment narrows perception. Openness expanded. By releasing expectations, you allow understanding to arrive whole rather than fragmented. This openness will serve you well. Beloved one, unseen coordination continues to guide timing gently. Nothing is unfolding out of sequence. Each moment aligns with readiness, not fear. Alignment, smoothing transitions before they are noticed. My child, remain anchored in balance as time moves forward. Balance keeps perception clear and emotion steady. When balance is present, guidance flows naturally. Without confusion or pressure, continue holding this attentive state. What once felt uncertain will soon feel approachable. You will move forward with clarity, confidence, and composure, guided not by anxiety, but by understanding. Beloved, do not underestimate the power of timing. Being prepared does not require knowing every detail in advance. It requires being present when truth appears. This coming moment brings an opening, not a closure. An opportunity to understand something that has been forming quietly. If you remain attentive, nothing will escalate beyond what can be handled with grace. My child, remember this deeply. Fear clouds perception, but calm sharpens insight. Whatever arises will respond to your emotional posture. If you meet it with steadiness, solutions appear naturally. If you react from worry, confusion multiplies. This message reaches you early, so your inner state can be aligned before that moment arrives. Beloved one, there are unseen supports working alongside you. Guidance is already positioned ahead of events, smoothing paths you cannot yet observe. You are not being tested. You are being trusted. Trusted to remain grounded. Trusted to respond wisely. Trusted to hold space rather than judgment. This trust itself is protection. My child, your daughter's journey involves growth, discovery, and learning to navigate choices. This phase does not indicate loss of direction, only transition. Transitions feel uncertain because they carry movement. What matters most is how you stand during this movement. When you remain centered, she feels safe enough to share rather than hide. Beloved, silence can sometimes communicate more than questions. Watch gently. Listen deeply. Notice shifts without attaching stories to them. When insight is needed, it will arrive clearly. You will know when to speak and when to simply be present. This discernment is already within you. My child, there is no need to prepare speeches or anticipate outcomes. Preparation now is internal, not external. Calm your thoughts, strengthen trust, anchor patience. These qualities will guide your actions naturally when the moment arrives. Nothing required of you will exceed your capacity. Beloved one, stay connected to this message until the end, because clarity continues to unfold. Those who remain attentive often discover that what seemed heavy becomes manageable, and what felt uncertain becomes understandable. If you feel guided, remain connected here, because continued awareness strengthens discernment over time. My child, remember this final truth for now. You were shown this message because readiness changes outcomes. You are already doing what is necessary by listening. The rest will unfold step by step, gently, clearly, and with guidance surrounding every moment. If you want me to continue further, just say, "Continue," and I'll carry it forward with the same depth, flow, and retention style without breaking the energy. My beloved child, there is a quiet strength forming within you right now as you remain with these words, and that strength is exactly what will be needed soon. Awareness is being sharpened not through fear but through understanding. When moments arrived unexpectedly, play those who have already settled their inner world respond with wisdom instead of impulse. This is why your attention here matters more than you realize. Precious one, many people mistake preparation for worried, yet true readiness feels calm, almost gentle. It does not rush ahead imagining outcomes, nor does it cling to worst possibilities. That is the state being invited into your life now. When your heart is steady, your presence becomes guidance without effort. My child, subtle details will soon carry meaning. Timing, expression, pauses between words, shifts in behavior that others dismiss will speak clearly to you. Nothing dramatic is required for understanding to arrive. Inside of it appears quietly, asking only that someone is listening closely enough to notice. Beloved, this moment is also about trust in your own discernment. You have been shaped by experiences that taught you how to sense when something needs attention. That sensitivity is not weakness. It is perception. When you honor it instead of questioning it, clarity strengthens naturally. My child, do not feel pressured to act immediately when something reveals itself. Stillness before response allows wisdom to surface. There will be no demand for instant decisions, only a need for presence and calm observation. What needs addressing will become obvious without force. Beloved one, let this truth settle within you. Your daughter is not looking for perfection from you. What she needs most is your steady heart. When she feels emotionally protected, truth can come forward without fear, without pressure, and without needing to hide behind silence. Your quiet strength builds that kind of protection far more deeply than many words could. That is why your calmness matters in this moment. My child, the situation may ask you to choose patience when your first instinct is to react, and that choice will carry more power than you may realize. Patience will not take away your authority. It will make your presence more trusted. When your guidance rises from understanding instead of panic, it reaches the heart in a way that lasts. What is unfolding now will be shaped more gently by tenderness than by harshness. Beloved, this path has not been placed before you to crush you. Even if something comes forward that you did not expect, it will not be beyond what grace can help you hold. There is support moving beyond what your eyes can see, arranging quiet details and softening outcomes you do not have to force. Your part is not to wrestle everything into place. Your part is to remain aligned. My child, moments like this can shape a relationship more deeply than the event itself. The way you respond will remain in her memory long after the details begin to fade. Choose to listen calmly before assuming. Choose closeness before forming conclusions. Choose to understand before trying to correct. These quiet choices may matter more than one perfect conversation, because they create a space where love can speak without fear. Beloved one, stay rooted as the days continue to unfold. Do not rush past what these words are trying to awaken in you. Awareness often grows silently, preparing the heart before the mind fully understands what is coming. When the right moment arrives, you will sense it clearly. You will not need to force recognition or search anxiously for the next step. My child, remain present with this message, because the guidance connected to it will keep unfolding with gentleness. Those who stay attentive often discover that what once felt uncertain begins to make sense without struggle. What you need will meet you at the proper time. The words, the calm, the wisdom, and the response will come when they are needed, and you will know how to move with grace.